Bill Cosby expected back in court. I'm quite sure he'll be there in Norristown later this morning after spending all day yesterday till about 5:30 in a courtroom there in Norristown, Montgomery County Courthouse. His lawyers arguing sexual assault charges against him from back in the day should be dropped because of an agreement he made 10 years ago that said Cosby would not be prosecuted if he testified in a civil suit filed by a former Temple basketball staffer. So let's talk about it. Amy, Elura, both here with us this morning. Let's start with you, Elura. This was bizarre yesterday, and those are your words.
It was, because we were there for a preliminary hearing, and we're expecting to hear the prosecution's proffer of what evidence they have against Cosby. But instead, we had like a pre-preliminary hearing about whether or not Cosby should be allowed to be prosecuted at all. And Cosby's argument is that the former district attorney promised that he would not prosecute Cosby 10 years ago.
That's Bruce Castor, right?
Yes, that's right.
So what did he say yesterday in court when they asked him that? Hey, you said you two guys had a deal.
Yeah, Castor said that it was not quite a deal, that he said that he would not prosecute Cosby, and what he's saying is that that was his promise, and it was a personal promise not to prosecute Cosby, and that really the reason he said it was because at the time he didn't have enough evidence to successfully win that case.
Okay, so Amy, nobody wrote anything down?
Right. You know, any good lawyer worth his salt is going to tell you that an oral contract and a grant of immunity is a contract. But any oral contract is not worth the paper it isn't printed on. Now, you can argue, you know, there are a lot of people who have questioned Cosby's prior defense attorney. And I don't think you can ever make a case against the attorney because, at best, all he can do is what he's got to work with. It is possible that the lawyer was well aware this was the best he was going to do, which was a statement by the district attorney at that time that there was no evidence, not enough evidence, successfully to win that case. And to make that statement did help Cosby in the court of public opinion for some time.
You would think that Cosby's attorneys and Cosby himself would go, nicely done, thank you for coming and saying that. But then Bruce Castor turns around and says, hold on a second, Bill Cosby and your attorneys, I'm not on your side either.
Right. I mean, Bruce Castor was there as a fact witness, and he was, you know, he has done all that he has with a consistent statement across the board, which is looking at the evidence that he had to see at the time. 12 years ago, this was a different legal landscape and a different Bill Cosby, a leader in the community, a guy with 1,000 honorary degrees, and you have a woman who comes out of nowhere and makes an allegation against a very wealthy, very well-respected guy who waited a year to come forward and first of all didn't go to the police. She went to her own lawyer. So,
Laura, why would they have evidence now if they didn't have it 10 years ago?
So that was the issue.
We have a few things. Yeah, well, a few things have changed. First of all, Bill Cosby testified in a deposition years ago in the civil suit where he essentially admitted many of the things that are at issue in this criminal case. So that is technically new evidence. In addition to that, some of the discovery that's happened from all of the allegations, things have changed significantly for Bill Cosby. So when the new prosecutor says, things are different, this is not the same case that it was in 2005, he's absolutely right. Things are different, and it does make sense to move forward with this prosecution.
Interesting. So, Amy, it sounds like the judge's going to make the decision this afternoon after all the testimony back and forth.
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
My guess is, and Judge O'Neill is an excellent judge who before this was an excellent defense attorney in Montgomery County. He knows all the players and all the issues. Whatever decision he makes will be a good one. He's not going to, I don't believe that he should grant immunity. Otherwise, every other defendant who ever makes a statement against interest is later going to turn around when he realizes it's used against him to say, oh, wait a minute, I thought I had immunity. These have to be in writing. They have to, or it ruins it. That doesn't mean that he's not going to throw out the deposition. He could suppress the deposition.
So we're going to trial?
I think this goes to trial.
We're going to trial.
Absolutely.
No judge in the world is going to stop this from going to trial. This is definitely going to trial.
Okay. Hey, thank you both.
Thanks.
We'll see what happens. Our cameras will be there all day long. 7:34, here's Sue.
Yeah, we're good.